get the glory, we'll win the fight. They'll tell the story of how we took tonight, and I will show you that I'll wear the crown.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a very requested video, and that is my eyebrow routine. I always get a lot of questions and comments on my brows, and my eyebrows are something that have taken me a long time to kind of get to this point. I've gone through an eyebrow revolution throughout the years, and I will show you a couple of pictures of the different kinds of shapes and thickness and thinness my brows have gone through. But I am a huge eyebrow person. I think they are one of the most important things on your face. They frame the face, they make your eyes stand out, and I think when you get the right eyebrow products, you can really transform your eyebrows, and getting the right shape and thickness for your face is so important. It's just like contouring or anything else. It's going to be specific to your face, but I'm going to show you the techniques that I use, and you can transfer them into your eyebrow routine. And also I'm going to show you my favorite products and my favorite eyebrow brush, which these specific products I think are like the best eyebrow products that I have tried. And yeah, just a little backstory about my brows. What I do to upkeep my brows on a regular basis, I just use Tweezerman tweezers. They are the best tweezers. They are very, very easy to get the tiniest hairs, and these are what I use to touch up my brows. But every few weeks I now get my eyebrows threaded, and that's something that I recently started doing just to kind of clean up all the hairs around my brows and like up here, and just get the shape really, really clean. And it's just a really, really good maintenance. I don't have to touch up my brows with tweezers as much, and I just really like the way that it makes my brows look. I have gotten my eyebrows waxed in the past, but I think threading is far superior. It's a little bit more painful because you're getting each hair pulled out with the thread, but waxing is way more painful after. Like, my skin was very red and irritated around my brows, and the threading doesn't do that. It also doesn't tear your skin. It just pulls out each hair. So it's a lot safer for your skin. There's no chemicals used. It's just an all-natural technique by literally tying a little loop with the thread, and when they pull it, it pulls out the hair. I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly, but I really, really have had a good experience with it. Now, I usually go to the same lady every time, and she was out of town last time that I went, and I really needed to get my eyebrows done. So someone else did them, and they made them way thinner than they were. Right now, my eyebrows don't really look that thin because I have grown them out a couple weeks. That was a couple weeks ago. So they have had a chance to grow, but they were just really, really short. Like in the front part of my brow, you can still kind of tell she just trimmed them too short. So they're kind of evened out now, and basically my eyebrow routine is the exact same. But I'm going to stop rambling and show you how I fill in my brows. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you in a second. Okay, so the first thing that I like to do is use a brow pencil because it's very precise and it creates the look of individual hairs. And my favorite at the moment and for a while has been the Kevyn Aucoin Precision Brow Pencil, and I use the color Brunette, and it's just a twist up pencil. As you can see, just twist up here, and then it also has a spoolie on the other end, which is great to comb through your brows. So I'm going to show you how I use this first. Okay, so what I will do is I'll just take the spoolie and just comb up my brow hairs so my brows are kind of in the shape that I want. You want to do this first so you're filling them in true to what they are, instead of, if you don't brush them out, you're going to get kind of a messy look. So I always just comb them up, and then on the ends I comb them down. So then I take the pencil end and I just very lightly start drawing a line underneath. Very lightly. And I want the most precise to be underneath my brow. And then I like to kind of make little short strokes up to create the look of natural hairs. And this is just going to help your brows look a lot more natural than if you just colored them in. So So then I go to the top and I kind of just outline the shape that I want for my brows. This is obviously going to be different on your brow shape, but it's basically the same technique. I just kind of use this to lightly outline the shape. And then I kind of extend my tail just a little bit more. And then I comb them up again to see if I like the shape. And you know, it's going to be slightly different every time I fill in my brows, but this is the basic techniques that I follow. Next, I like to go in with an angled brush like this. This one is from Japonesque. It's my favorite because it's very, very dense and it really packs on the color nicely, and it's not very flimsy. You can be really precise with it. So any angled brush would work, but this one is my favorite one, and you can get it at Ulta. And I go in with a brow powder next. This is the Anastasia Brow Duo in Brunette and Dark Brown. Again, you can use any brow powder that you like, or you can even use an eyeshadow. And as you can see, I mainly use the lighter side, but I will use a little bit of the darker side. So first I go in with the lighter color and I just kind of press it in the front of my brow in kind of upward motions like this. And that's gonna, again, create that look of more natural hairs. And I like it to be kind of faded, so I don't start on the very inner corner. I start like right here, and then I like fade it in. Because no one's brows naturally grow really, really dense in the front, so you want it to be more natural. And honestly, this is a little bit hard doing on camera, so I feel like it usually looks a little better, but this is how I do it. Then I go in with the darker color and I just fill in the outer part of my brow, because that's where I want the color to be the darkest, even though it gets thinner. And then again, I just brush through them to blend out all the color to make sure it's nice and blended and natural looking, and the color's like evenly distributed, because sometimes it can be kind of darker in one area that you put more pressure and then not as dark, and then you can kind of go back and touch up anywhere that you think looks a little bit uneven. Okay, so that is the before and after of filling in my eyebrows. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this eyebrow and show you what they both look like, but as you can see, it made a huge difference. Okay, so the other side is just gonna be it's gonna be the same technique, but maybe slightly different, because your eyebrows should be sisters, not twins, and no one's brows are perfectly even. So I'm gonna show you what I do to this eyebrow. Now this eyebrow I feel like is just a little bit more arched right now than this one was, but you know, I just try to get them to match as close as I can, but I don't worry about them being perfect. And like I said, I'm working with a slightly different shape than I'm used to from the last time I got them threaded, so yeah. And again, you can be very light-handed with your pencil, because you can always build up the color. And some days I will just leave it with the pencil if I want a more natural look, but today I'm showing you my like full brow routine. So I would go in with the powder and just darken them up a little bit. Again, pushing the color up the way that the hairs grow. And then again, when I get to this part of my brow, I go more horizontally. And then if I have any redness around my brows, I will go in with my concealer and kind of touch it up. Sometimes I'll go in with a smaller concealer brush, but a lot of the times I will just use my finger and just kind of clean up around my brows. Okay, so most days I will stop after filling them in, but if I go the extra step and I want my brows to be a little bit bolder, or I just want to make sure they stay in place all day, I will use my Nars brow gel. And this is a great brow gel. It's tinted and I'm in the color Kinsasha. I can never pronounce it, but it's the dark brown. And what I will do is just when I unscrew the cap, I wipe off all the excess because it is very, very pigmented. And I just like to have a little bit on the brush. So what I do is I just comb up through my brows very lightly, I got some underneath my brow, which I always do. It's very, very pigmented. A little bit goes a long way. But it just gives your brows that kind of naturally textured look. And gives them a little bit more like of a 3D look instead of they're just like Sharpied on. Okay guys, so that is it for my eyebrow routine. That is how I get my eyebrows on fleek, or attempt to get them on fleek. Sometimes I have good brow days, sometimes I have bad brow days. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to check out my blog for all the links to products as well as more pictures. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram for like daily updates and all that. I hope you guys are having an awesome summer. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe for more videos to stay up to date. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
I'll get the glory, we'll win the fight. They'll tell.
Hey guys, so for today's video I wanted to talk about finding balance with food and exercise, and I have tried to be very open about my story, and I want to make videos more about eating disorder recovery and health and fitness, and a lot of the things I have learned have been through finding balance with food and exercise. And I think